So let's talk about resetting your metabolism here. A lot of guys, if you have a tremendous amount of belly fat, maybe you got high blood pressure, maybe you got a couple, I put blue pressure, maybe you got a bunch of different issues. And you probably tried a bunch of different diets, and you may or may not have lost weight. And if you have a diet that's incorporating carbohydrates, but you have metabolic syndrome, you're basically just perpetuating the problem, because really what metabolic syndrome comes down to is the body's inability to be sensitized to insulin and process carbohydrates properly. You may have heard guys talk about like, oh, I'm carb sensitive. This is a great diet. It's extremely simple, albeit very plain, that allows your body to actually resensitize to insulin. You should be able to lose a ton of body fat doing this. It's a very boring diet. It's a very, very tedious diet. However, it is the only way to actually get yourself back to the point where you can actually process carbohydrates properly. You have to resensitize your body to it. You have to rid blood sugar from your bloodstream. So let's talk about the guidelines here. 0 sugar, nothing. Okay. You can have a little bit of natural occurring with fiber. I mean, and that really only comes in the form of strawberries and other berries. 0 calorie seltzers and sodas are green light for 1 per day. You don't want to have 3 or 4 Diet Cokes. If you're drinking regular soda, cut that shit out now. No coffee, coffee's black, no creamer unless it has 0 carbs, no additional sweeteners, even 0 calorie ones. Like if you're going to have coffee, you got to drink it black. Maybe you opt for tea. Maybe you get yourself off caffeine as well. Absolutely no energy drinks. All food must either be grown on the planet or an animal product. We want to go high protein here, so you're going to be consuming a lot of animal products here. No protein shakes or protein bars. We want nothing but real food. Again, we're retraining your metabolism. You want to drink a gallon of water per day minimum, and you can salt to taste. I don't care what you do with salt. So many people have the fear with like a diet that looks like this, like, oh, my cholesterol is going to go through the roof. Look, your body naturally produces cholesterol. It's important for your body to actually be able to get cholesterol and actually use it for testosterone production. So don't be afraid of cholesterol, regardless of what your doctor tells you. Well, this isn't medical advice. Actually, it's not medical advice at all. So please ask your doctor. But at the same time, I've trained a bunch of guys, and anecdotally speaking, this is what works. So meal 1, 4 to 5 eggs, ideally pasture raised. You want dark orange yolks, and then throw some fruit in there on the side. Meal 2 and 3, chicken breast or chicken thigh. I typically opt for the thigh as it adds for satiety and I'll feel more full. These are the only 2 vegetables that I can personally eat where I don't get a lot of bloat. I like to incorporate broccoli just because it's so good for fiber, and I'll do that for at least 1 meal a day. And I'm always going to try to get at minimum 1 red meat meal in a day. The reason being is because we're trying to kickstart your metabolism. We're trying to get the fire burning here. And when you consume red meat, chicken, dense, real food, what ends up happening is your body actually has to process it. It doesn't take long for your body to process a fucking donut or like a rice cake or a Pop-Tart, right? It's almost effortless. And people wonder why their metabolism slows as they age. It's like, dude, when you're eating bagels and cream cheese, it's no effort, right? We're trying to essentially imagine you're building a campfire here, and all you're doing is throwing like little tiny twigs. Yeah, it gets the fire started, but it doesn't keep it burning for long. You got to throw the big logs on there as well. A couple snacks, full fat Greek yogurt with berries. If you're going to have the Greek yogurt, I want you to have it with berries. That way you get some fiber in there. 20 grams of honey. That's about the sweetest thing that you're going to be able to have. And I promise you, my friends, a spoonful of raw honey when you're on this diet is amazing. It tastes so good. It'll put chills down your spine. And then clementines are my other favorite as well. No less than 3 meals a day. None of this 1 meal a day bullshit, 2 meals a day. You need 3 meals. You want to get your body used to processing food again, but you don't want to really eat more than 5. If you want to intermittent fast, that's fine. I'm terrible with typos. But once you start eating, so let's say you go all the way to noon, Once you eat at noon, I want you to eat at 4, and then I want you to eat at 8, right? If you start at 11, I want you to eat no later than 3 o'clock, and then I want you to eat again at 7. No more than 4 hours apart. Guys, this is so simple. It's easily overlooked. This is how you kickstart your metabolism. This is how you get things going again. Do this for 30 days and come back and tell me all the amazing progress that you've had. You're going to be absolutely fucking totally different guy. And if you really don't have that much body fat, you're going to be fucking shredded. We'll put it that way.